Next on the Jeff Crilley Show, if your favorite barbershop married your favorite little local brew pub, what would you call it? You would call it Scissors and Scotch. That journey next ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
So if you've watched this show for any length of time, you know I'm a member of EO, it's Entrepreneurs Organization, and there was a happy hour last week, and so it was at a place called Scissors and Scotch. I had no idea what it was, but as soon as I got there, I met the lovely Brooke Loebs. She is the manager of the bar and lounge area, and I had to have her on the show. So Brooke, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Okay, so when you're describing this for the first time to someone who's never been there, how do you describe it?
So I would say we're basically taking what was once considered such a chore for so many men in general of getting your haircut, getting your beard sculpted, shoot, even being bald takes maintenance, right? Instead of it being such a thing you have to schlep yourself through, we've made it this really enjoyable process. You can come and pamper yourself, you can get a fabulous drink and just make the whole experience something that you want to do instead of something that you have to do.
And so half of the place is a barbershop,
Yes.
and then half of the place is a bar.
Yes, and that's something that's really unique about our concept is you're not actually sitting there having a cocktail while you're watching somebody get their hair cut. You walk into one side, it's a beautiful upscale barber shop. The other side is a full bar and lounge, awesome leather furniture. You just want to sit there, you want to hang. It's a great spot.
Okay, we found a great video. Let's go ahead and roll that now.
Building the brand of Scissors and Scotch was something we took so much pride in. We set out to build an atmosphere that people want to be a part of.
We wanted to create a better men's grooming experience. So one of our core values is to build lasting relationships, and we designed the entire shop with that in mind. So we wanted a place where people don't just come in, get a cut and bolt. We want them to stick around, and that's exactly what happens. It's unlike anything you'll find in the industry. One of the coolest parts about S&S is that the market is wide open. Guys are starting to value a great grooming experience, and there aren't a lot of cities that have anything like S&S yet.
We're so excited that we have the opportunity to meet people that are just like us and that are going to make our brand even better than what it already is. As a franchisee of Scissors and Scotch, the benefits that you get is we've built a model that is profitable, that is fun, that people enjoy.
We want them to leverage all the progress that we've made, but also be able to offer their own input on how we can get better. We have systems in place that are going to help franchisees succeed because we recognize first and foremost that your success is our success. We want every win that you have to be recognized by our entire team of franchisees across the country.
What we really take pride in is creating a unique personality for every location. Make it unique to the local market.
We want to listen to the franchisee about what his local community wants, what we want to put in there, and what the clients are asking for. If you walk into a Scissors and Scotch, you'll know it's an S&S by the look and feel, but we want each franchisee to have his or her personal touch on it. We want to leverage the unique characteristics of the surrounding community.
Building the brand and maintaining that integrity is something that's incredibly important to us. So as we evaluate potential franchisees, that's what we look for. People that are going to maintain the brand that we've built, that are going to fit our core values and be great representatives of Scissors and Scotch.
We're looking for someone who embraces our core values, someone that's going to push us to continuously get better. Having a background in the industry is not a requirement. We're looking for smart, passionate, driven individuals, and most of all, just someone that your clients want to have a beer with. You'll fit in perfectly.
You have that business experience, you have that passion for connecting with people. you're the perfect person to meet with us and potentially own your own Scissors and Scotch someday.
I can see why the concept is growing. So how many locations do you guys have?
Just shy of 20 right now and not stopping anytime soon.
Okay, so tell us about Dallas-Fort Worth. You have 2 locations.
We
right
do.
now.
We have one in Grandscape in the Colony. It's a little more family oriented. You go down there, there's not one but 2 Ferris wheels. We have one outside, one in Shields. And then we also have one in Uptown, which is a little more of a chic area. It's right in the Crescent Center. Both great spots.
Yes, and I got to vouch for not only are the cocktails great, but the ambiance is cool, the people are cool. Tell us about the kind of team members you guys attract.
I would say that we attract people who want quality to be the utmost of importance for them. We aren't a bang 'em out and go. We aren't a sling drink kind of a spot. You're going to come and you're going to get a really, really quality salon experience. You're also going to get a great bar experience. Not only the selection is fantastic, but our bartenders are trained to the nines. We want the experience to be the best, so that's generally who we attract.
We've got some pictures from Facebook, and I think this was when you guys were just opening a new location. It could be Grandscape, I'm not sure. But you guys really pay attention to the vibe, don't you?
Absolutely. I think that that's a big part of our core value is it's not just how you walk out looking, but it's how you walk out feeling. A part of that is going into a space where you're experiencing feeling upscale, taken care of, taking a pause from what's such a busy, crazy life all the time, and just taking a second for yourself.
And so like the event you guys did for EO the other day, is that something you do a lot of?
Oh, yes. We love events. As the bar manager, it's definitely one of my favorite things to do, just to bring in that social engagement. Whether or not you're even coming to us as a client, you can experience sort of, like you said, the vibe, and bring in that whole new attraction of people that maybe wouldn't be walking by looking for a haircut, needing something fancy. And when you see what it really looks like, you need something fancy.
Okay, we've talked about the bar side. Let's talk about the barber side. You're looking for cool people to not only are talented, but know how to talk to a customer.
Absolutely. So I think that in barbering, it's almost a side thing that you do when you're cutting hair, right? You are sitting someone down in your chair who's taking a moment from their day, and they want to talk and they want to engage with you. And so I think that that's a very important characteristic of the barbers that we bring in, is they're not only facilitating your follicle needs, but some of your other needs as well.
And as you're getting your haircut, you can actually sip on a bourbon if you wanted to.
Well, we try not to take them on the cutting room floor just because, who likes a hairy old fashioned?
True,
but
true.
Then, it's a great spot to come back to the lounge and hang out. So it's even nicer that way.
Awesome. Well, I can see why you're so successful. Final thoughts. What would you like to leave people with?
Oh, man, I just would say a couple of our core values that are really important to me are just taking care of yourselves. A lot of us don't take enough time to do it. And one of my personal favorites, of course, is embrace your weird. Scissors and Scotch is a very inclusive company, and that's very important to us, both in our clientele and our staff. So I think kind of no matter what your vibe is, you can come be a part of our tribe.
Outstanding. Well, Brooke, we'll have to have you back again. Let's end with the website, which is scissorsscotch.com. Brooke Loebs, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate you.
And that's it for now. We'll see you next time.